Hello YouTube, I'm here at Berlin Hauptbahnhof today. It's my last day in Berlin. In fact, I'm heading off to Hamburg in a bit, but before I do that, I'm here to do a little bit of train spotting. Welcome to train spotting in Berlin. I think in some fitting yet accidental symbolism, I'm going to be doing the live stream from platforms 13 and 14, which are incidentally the east-west through platforms. Well, some of the east-west through platforms. There's also 11 and 12 and 15 and 16 for the S-Bahn.
Eisenbahnromantik.
It's an S3 service to Erkner. Meanwhile, there's an S5 service departing for Westkreuz. So Berlin Hauptbahnhof is built on 2 levels. Up here you've got the Stadtbahn platforms, which are both the S-Bahn and long-distance trains heading east-west through the city, although the western half of the Stadtbahn is currently closed. So on the mainline tracks west of here, not the S-Bahn, but the mainline tracks west of here are closed. So currently these platforms are just being used as kind of terminus platforms facing east for long-distance, medium-distance trains like these two in front of me. And a handful of trains that usually run up here have been diverted downstairs to the north-south tunnel, which is where there are eight platforms, and that's where most of the ICE and high-speed and long-distance trains are. So there's not all that much to see up here today, apart from S-Bahn trains, but I'm going to wait for this train to leave. S7 to Noldeplatz. Meanwhile, an S9 service to Spandau. Here we have a regional service to Frankfurt Oder, as in Frankfurt on the River Oder, as opposed to Frankfurt am Main, which is the more well-known Frankfurt, or as John Burke likes to call it, Frankfurt Oder. We've got a Taurus on the front of this one, even though it's a regional train. It has a locomotive that is capable of operating at high speeds, but I'm guessing the carriages that it's hauling are not capable of high speed, so this is just a regular regional train.
Meine Damen und Herren, an Gleis 14. Bitte steigen Sie ein. Vorsicht an den Türen und bei der Abfahrt des Zuges.
Regional 1 service to Frankfurt Oder. Meanwhile, there's an S5 to Friedrichshagen. A service to Frankfurt Oder. The right honourable gentleman will not be shouted down. Stop it. Got another S-Bahn train coming in. S5 to Westkreuz. As I said before, engineering work on the main line west of the Hauptbahnhof means that there's not as much as usual to see up here. So in a second we're going to go downstairs and spot some trains on the underground platforms. But first, here's an arriving train which will then form a service to Cottbus. It's a Stadler Kiss. Regional service to Cottbus, seemingly operated by, not by Deutsche Bahn, but by Odeg, whatever that is. There are some private operators here in Germany as well, contrary to the commonly held belief that all railways in Germany are nationalised. They're not all, there are some private operators, such as National Express, and here in Berlin you have Odeg. Meanwhile, here's an S9 S-Bahn service to Schönefeld Airport. And after this, we're going to head downstairs. S7 service to Potsdam Hauptbahnhof. There goes the S9 to Schönefeld Airport. Now let's go down to the low-level platforms. Just while I'm waiting for my lift. S7 to Nordlerplatz. ICE service to Hamburg. Originally planning to get that same train 1 hour later, but I couldn't get a space on it, so I'm getting a train in between then, which is not an ICE, it is in fact a train from Prague. Meanwhile, that platform over there, everyone's waiting for the service to Rostock, looks pretty busy. In the background there you can see a Flix train service. Unfortunately, because I'm standing right on one end of the lower station, can't get a very good view from here. Flix Train is another private operator, in this case particularly focusing on trying to achieve low-cost rail services. We have lots of second-hand coaches from previously Deutsche Bahn, I think. Service to Rostock. Something's coming into this platform. Surprising speed there, an ICE service. I think it's an ICE train that's not in service, so I can't fathom any ICE service that wouldn't call at Berlin Hauptbahnhof, so it must just be an empty stock running. Right at the back there you can see some Czech coaches about to form a service to Prague. Meanwhile, here's a regional train. No idea where it's come from, but it's terminating at Berlin Südkreuz, which means it comes here, stops, and then carries on into an interchange in the south of the city. That regional train did not hang about. That was a very quick stop. Meanwhile, an ICE service from Cologne is about to pull into platform 5. Anyway, as I was saying, before it pulled in, there are some Czech trains, Czech carriages right at the back there, which are about to form a service to Prague. This particular one was started from Berlin, but sometimes they start and finish in Hamburg, and the train I'm taking to Hamburg will be a Czech train from Prague, interestingly enough. Meanwhile, here is the ICE arrival from Cologne. regional service to Rathenau. It's another Odeg as opposed to Deutsche Bahn. Stadler Kiss. Coming into platform 7 now, an IC arrival from Frankfurt am Main. And it's an IC3, which somehow you don't usually see many of in Berlin. Like most services in Berlin, it doesn't actually terminate at the Hauptbahnhof, but continues to Berlin Gesundbrunnen. However, this is a set-down only stop, so that is not advertised. Weirdly enough, I've still never been on an IC3. The time will come at some point on this trip, I'm hoping. So this IC train will depart in a few moments to Berlin Gesundbrunnen, and then my train to Hamburg will arrive, which will signal the end of the episode. This has not been a fantastic episode, given 7 and 8 as being not a good vantage point, and there's not much to see upstairs where the views are better because half the lines are closed for engineering work. But in any case, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Trainspotting in Berlin Hauptbahnhof. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe.